Hello everyone, welcome back to IELTS sharing community, and today we're gonna have a live stream. Okay, so I hope there's somebody there. So if you are there, so feel free to let me know, and then we can start our lesson today. All right, so make sure that you can see my screen. Okay, so before we get started, feel free to comment below the chat box to let me know that where you are from and what are you doing. Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, so I would really appreciate if you like and share this video to support us. And today we're going to talk about IELTS listening test. I'll give you some general information and some examples and actually some useful tips that you can apply to your IELTS listening test as well. All right. Okay. Can you see clearly? Yes? No? Okay. All right. Hello? So actually, if you are new here, so please subscribe this channel, okay, for new lessons as well. Right? Okay. Hello? Okay. So I'm waiting for some more students. Okay. Okay. How are you? It's been a long time. I haven't made any videos. Yeah, I'm so sorry for that. But actually, I'm back. So if you need any help, so feel free to comment below this video, okay? All right. So we're gonna start in a second, okay? Right. Okay. So if you are there, just comment below to let me know, okay? Thank you so much. Okay, so once again, for today, we're going to talk about IELTS listening test, okay? For the first one, I'll give you some general information about the test, okay? Maybe the format of the test, and you know exactly what's going on in the test, and then prepare for it. So I'm also give you some examples as well, and some tips. Okay, so let's get started. Right. I'm not so sure that you can listen to me clearly. Wait a second. Let me check it out. See if it's so. Okay, sounds good. Okay, let's get started. All right, for some information about the IELTS listening test. Okay, as you know, right? So we're gonna get 30 minutes for IELTS listening test. It's about 30 minutes long, right? And at the end of the test, you have 10 minutes to transfer your answers to the answer sheet, right? So it's a good time for you to check your answers and your spelling as well. So don't try to check your answer while listening, okay? Trying to keep moving forward, okay? And just check your answer at the end of the test when you have time to transfer the answer. And actually, number 2, for sure, that you know this one, right? Actually, you have 40 questions in the test, 40 questions. And each question is worth 1 mark. Okay, so actually we have 4 sections. Okay, 4 sections and 10 questions per each section. Okay, so in total we have 40 questions. They start off easiest to the most difficult. So they start off easier and get more difficult, okay? And one more thing, for example, I'll show you. I'll show you the test here, and then easier for you to imagine. All right, for example, this is IELTS listening test, section 1. So you can see here, huh? And then the answer will be in order. Okay, so for the first one, and then the next one, and the next one, the next one. And for example, if you miss the answer, okay, and then you will never listen again. You got it? So you need to be really, really careful for that. Okay, and let's talk a little bit about the types of questions. Okay, anybody can tell me? Yeah? No? Okay, so normally we have gap fill. Okay, which is gap fill. This one common types of questions in IELTS listening test. Okay, for this one you need to fill in words in the gap. Okay, all right, for example, something like this. Okay, something like this, huh? You have the gap here. And what you need to do is to fill in the missing details here. Okay, the common types of questions for gap fill. And the next one, multiple choice question. Okay, something looks like this. You have some options, and what you need to do is to listen carefully, all right, and then to find out the correct answer, A, B, or C, something like this. Okay, all right, and the last one is some type of matching question. It may be something like that. It's about map, huh? It's not easy at all for this one. Okay, so they give you the name of some places here, A, B, C, or D, and you need to match, find out the correct place, the name of each place here. Okay, so that there are 3 common types of questions in IELTS listening tests. Okay, pretty clear, right? The next thing that you need to know about IELTS listening test, okay, actually is about the accent. You know, accents, right? So there are different English accents. You know, like different native speakers or even non-native speakers as well. Maybe British accent, American accent, Canadian accent or Australian accent. Okay, so it's not that easy if you don't practice and listen to get to know different accents. Okay, but don't worry too much. Actually, the speakers will speak clearly, but what you need to do is to practice, okay, to get to know different accents. That's what we need to do here. And maybe one more thing. Okay, this one is really important. So you only hear the recording once, okay? So for example, if you miss the answer, okay, so then you can't hear it again. Or if we have, if you can listen 2 or 3 times, so it's much easier, right? If we miss the answer, we can listen again and find out the answer again. But here in the test, we just listen once. So it's really challenging. That's the reason why we need to practice a lot. Okay, so this is some basic information about IELTS listening test. Okay, so make sure that you know it. So later on, let's move on each section. Okay. Okay, so let's go. Yes, I have section number 1. You can have a section number 1, right? It's the easiest section in the test, I can tell, and I hope so as well. Okay, for this one, what should we do? For this test, okay, so it's about daily conversation between 2 speakers. Okay, they're gonna talk about booking for a hotel or applying for a job, or even, you know, like journeying library or something like that. Okay, I'll show you. And actually here, nothing relating to academic. Okay, it's relating to everyday conversation. For example, this one is like grant report form. You need to, they're gonna give information, and we need to listen and pick up information here. Okay, they're asking information about something like here, actually nationality, here about your address, right? Maybe money, all right, and number, reference number, maybe telephone number, or the date, or the price of something. I don't know. Okay. Wait a second. How about this one? Actually, you can see it's about total health clinic. They're gonna ask you about phone, right? So what you need to do is to listen and to write down the number as well. Okay, date as well, the name of something. So for this one, you need to be really careful, okay, with your spelling. But and for this one, it's not difficult, okay. So try to get 9 or 10 correct answers, okay. All right, so that's all about section number 1. And actually section number 2, a little bit more difficult, okay. Section number 2, actually here you can see, like at the end of section 1, okay, so you will have a break, maybe a couple of seconds. So what you need to do is to move forward, to read ahead, to try to read ahead here, okay. Use a break time here to read ahead. Don't try to check your answer, okay. You shouldn't do that, okay. All right, you break time at the end of section 1 to read ahead. And actually you need to underline keywords as well. Okay, and in this section you will listen to one speaker giving short speech about non-academic topic. Okay, maybe about museum, travel, park or something. Okay, for this situation it's about new apprentices. That's the test one. For this one, for example, let's have a look at this one for section number 2. It's about activities. Okay, some activities that volunteers do. Okay, here. Okay. And for section 2, it's not that difficult as well. So you need to practice a lot and try to get maybe 8, 9, or even 10 correct answers, okay? And practice is a lot before you think of section number 3 and section number 4, okay? Okay, thank you so much. That's section number 2, and if you have any questions, just feel free to comment to let me know, okay? And actually, section number 3, this is more difficult, okay? And yeah, the same strategy. You need to use breaks to read and underline keywords. Okay, for this section, you will hear 2 or 3 speakers in the recording. Wait a second, let me see. Something like that, okay? And the conversation is a bit more academic, relating to education, maybe, yeah, something relating to school, university, or about your proposal, your report or something, okay? Okay, and let's talk a little bit about types of questions. So actually here you can see, this is gap fill, right? And for this one, matching here as well, or sometimes you may encounter multiple choice questions here as well. Okay, so for this one is more difficult. Sometimes you underline keywords here, okay, but you can't listen to keywords in the recording because they use synonyms. Okay, so you need to be really careful. You need to learn vocabulary, you need to learn synonyms as well. And practice is a lot. Okay, so let's move on. The last section in IELTS listening test, section number 4. Okay, something looks like this. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm touching my phone, so sorry. Okay, so something like this. So in section 4, using the break, okay, to read ahead. Okay, so read ahead, underline keywords as well. And then for this section, it's all about academic topic. And for section 4, it's really difficult because of faster speed. The speakers will speak faster and faster, and there are more content and extra information here as well. Okay, and like I said before, they would not repeat keywords in the question here, but they try to paraphrase. They use synonyms or equivalent expressions. Okay, so you need to be careful for this one. Really be careful. So need to practice real practice tests. You can do some practice set in Cambridge English, IELTS Academic 14, because actually for listening skills, teachers or tutors can't help you a lot. Okay, you need to practice and training your ears and learn from mistakes. That's what you can do. Actually, you can visit my website. Okay, my website. IELTSsharingcommunity.com, and actually here I'm gonna post some tips as well and some vocabulary for each listening test in Cambridge books. Okay, and then you can learn vocabulary. So later on in the real exam, you can do it and do it much better. Okay, don't forget to check it out. And I don't think there are many tips for IELTS listening tests because you need to help yourself and practice a lot. Okay, so, and some tips that we can use. Actually, I already told you, but actually let's summarize. Okay, summarize. First of all, you need to read ahead. Read ahead. It's really important. Okay, use breaks between sections or between each section. Okay, to read ahead. Underline keywords and be ready to listen. Because sometimes we can't listen and read at the same time. Okay. For sure, number one, for sure you need to underline keyword. Keyword as well. Okay. Number three is really important because that's gonna lower your band score if you make spelling mistake. So if you have this problem, you need to work on it to sort it out. Okay. And the next thing, just moving forward. What does it mean? Move forward. So maybe you missed the answer, okay, or you get stuck on a difficult question. You got confused. You don't know what to do. So don't get stuck on a difficult questions, okay? You need to move forward or keep moving, okay? And the last one, concentrate. Really, really concentrate. Because if you lose your attention, so for sure, you're gonna get lost right away, okay? So that's all about IELTS listening test. Some general information that you need to know, and actually I showed you some examples as well in the book, and some tips as well that you can use and try to practice as well. So if you have any questions, so feel free to comment below this video, okay? And thank you so much for watching this live, and I hope to see you. And if you want to say something, just let me know, or in the comment. Yeah. And thank you so much, and see you on the next live, okay? And bye.